You've got soldiers of Odin coming in here, and they're coming to fight. Okay, these are their street fighters.
And what's that? Did he just
see? They're already
Nazi
starting
salute?
to push people. Yeah, that was a Nazi salute, and now they're starting to push their way through the crowd. Their job is to bully, to intimidate, to hurt.
That was the scene right here at Toronto's Nathan Phillips Square, right near the front doors of City Hall this Saturday, where anti-immigration alt-right protesters clashed with pro-immigration anti-fascist counter-protesters. It's a scene which has played out here at City Hall several times over the last few months, though this most recent counter-protest is raising serious questions about Toronto police conduct and if they've gotten in the way and impeded one protester's freedom of speech.
Apparently, the police don't understand freedom of speech. I'm speaking as a York University professor trying to help the crowd understand some of the roots of racism in our society and why we should be protesting it, and the police aren't even allowing us to do that.
York U professor David McNally had his speaker confiscated by Toronto police over the weekend. McNally was one of many speaking out as a counter-protester against those he and others have labeled as white nationalists and Nazis. Today we showed the director of the Centre for Free Expression at Ryerson University the video of police removing McNally's speaker.
A lot of us who defend freedom of expression say, yes, the alt-right has a right to express their views. They don't have a right to incite violence. So we tolerate that. But the counterpart is there has to be an equal support for everyone's right to say that's outrageous. You know, I mean, I happen to think the alt-right is outrageous, and I have a right to say that. And for the police to stop someone in the midst of a demonstration from saying that when there was no sign of violence or any justification for it is absolutely unacceptable.
City News asked Toronto Police for clarification as to why the plug was pulled on McNally's speaker. All they would say was, quote, they encourage the York professor to submit a complaint if he feels so inclined. In March, anti-immigration protesters had their own mic and speaker system, though police never confiscated their equipment. One similarity from both protests, Toronto police this weekend and back in March formed a human shield around the alt-right protesters, which included the Soldiers of Odin and the Proud Boys, both far-right organizations who've been prone to violence.
Toronto police are sure to have their hands full yet again in the very near future. Another rally has been scheduled for November 4th by the Canadian Nationalist Fund. That one's going to be happening at Q Beach. I'm Adrian Ghobrial for City News.